You know?
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, that was a sick episode. He's a fantastic person. I love Elijah Wood. That might be my favorite episode. One sec, I'm gonna take my plate out, man. Run it back. So let's put stock on the back on. Uh, all right. So we're in Limansk. Yes, Limansk. Clear sky, Philip.
What do you want, anyway?
Are we going? Shit. I know they said about the ambush, but that's neutral guy. Oh, what are these guys doing? They're just chilling. Ow.
is some mess, I mean. There's a real street war going on here. There's an MG nest on the balcony of the building to the left. They're not holding back up there. We're totally pinned. If we can take out the machine gunner, we'll be able to keep going. I'll draw his attention, and you head into the building and deal with that MG. Go on my signal. Go, Murd, go!
Let me in. I don't know how I'm supposed to get in here. Oh, game crash. Sad. That's what I was trying to do in that first window that I ran up to. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, let's have to start from back here, I guess. Not the worst, but a little bit annoying. Note to self, don't die there. Yeah, little ambush. Kill the one. Yeah. Get ambushed. Kill that. Oh, never mind. Sometimes they are just insanely good shots. Oh, was I? Last time, whenever that went off, it didn't hurt me, so I just assumed I didn't take damage there. Both times? This guy's just gonna chill over there again still? How close would I be to the end of this game, by the way? This feels like an ending. Like this area.
This is some mess. There's a real street war going on here. There's an empty nest on the balcony of the building to the left. They're not holding back up there. We're totally pinned. If we can take out the machine gunner, we'll be able to keep going. I'll draw his attention, and you head into the building and deal with that MG. Go on my signal. Go, Murph, go!
Ow. That time I got killed by someone who wasn't even in the building.
Go, Mert, go!
There's a guy on that staircase this time.
Go, Mert, go!
Oh. Classic. Right, now I know how to get in. The bit that confused me because he said like, "I'll draw its fire." Like, you don't need to draw its fire. I'm going in this way. Sucks to be this guy. I want this. What ammo do you use? One that I don't have. .762 PP. Very clean reload animation there. Oh, is that a little deagle? And all the guns. Not that I can really afford to carry any of them, but... That guy fall out the window? Yeah, won't be able to keep this. Very sad. Yes. I have defied God with this. A suppressor on a deagle. Truly disgusting. That's some alcohol, fuck it. Oh.
We need to move further into the city. Our boys are stuck by the canal beyond the square, and we're on our way to help them. You seem to know how to handle yourself. Why don't you stick with us and make things easier for us both? Speed up!
Why don't you stick with us? Split up!
Speed up!
Not enough ammo. God damn it. You got me killed there, Fan. I was looking at your message. Son of a bitch. I don't remember the end of the game that well. It could be closer than 70. I really not hit a quick save after this. Hate to be them.
Mark, make your way over here and I'll fill you in.
Well, let me
We need to move further into the city. Our boys are stuck by the canal beyond the square, and we're on our way to help them. You seem to know how to handle yourself. Why don't you stick with us and make things easier for us both? Speed up!
I forgot the deal. Oh well, I'll find another one.
Speed up!
The guy there. I thought that's his like little bandit. Oh my god, what did I hit? What did I shoot?
Speed up!
Did you just call him a Nazi? Oh my god. You're still alive over there. What, that body just fell off. What's happening in this place? Yeah, fucking need some bread. What the fuck is all this? Oh, we're getting so ambushed here. Don't make me go ahead again.
They're attacking from all sides. Take up defensive positions.
my god.
Keep moving towards the canal. We'll hold the...
Okay, so I'm running. Glad we got that squared. Bye.
Attacking from all sides. Take up the... Damn it! Over the order! Coming from all directions! Look! Keep moving towards the canal! We'll hold the enemy!
Some wibbledy-woob over there. Can't go that way.
Mark! Get out of here now! Don't waste your ammo!
What's this? Oh. I could break that door, not gonna lie. It kinda looked like I could. Oh, terrific.
You couldn't have picked a better time to show up, Merc. We're stuck here in a terrible position. The enemy is in the building across the canal, and we're sitting ducks here. Leveraging ordered us to take the bridge. We need to clear and secure that building, whatever it takes. The enemy is in the building on the other side. We're sitting ducks here. There's no point in attempting an attack. We'll just die for nothing. We'll keep them busy so that you can run from cover to cover and get right up to the building. Once you're there, you know what to do. Just kill that bastard machine gunner. These assholes have caused us enough grief.
How many times am I gonna die doing this? One.
Squad, cover the mark! Fire!
Ow. Just hit me through nothing. No, fuck. There's the second one. Ooh. Go, 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 go. Hey, you were right, Fanlo. I'm, however, dying of deadly radiation. For me. Stop it. Quit it. Oh, apparently don't go that way. Where am I supposed to go?
So, what is it that you need?
That armor repaired. Why is this place just got so much hideous radiation? Going near that just hurts. Is there a really obvious path I'm missing here? Oh, hang on. Yes. Cool little place, this. I like that they've given you like a Pripyat kind of area, but you've got a lot more time to sort of go through it. What's these things? Let's make a hard save. Going in. Hey. It's a bit fucking rude, isn't it? Supposed to be on like to avoid them. Oh, that's sick. Wait, that one's like cut the bus in? That's pretty cool. Some designer of this level just went like, guys, I have a great idea. You're never gonna believe this. Squeeze through here. Oh, in here. Oh my god, that's a hard note. Ow. Okay, there's a guy behind that wall. Alright, this is gonna be a rough one. solo against all these lads in a big fuckfest construction site. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. It's gonna be tough. Before I can even see them. The first bullet. Oh, no. No, fucker. They have excellent timing. They've got some proper Valorant Counter-Strike timing. Need in hand, time to swing. Alright, little quick save right here. Ow. Bled! Bled! These guys are just pure headshotters. What is my armor actually? Sunrise suit. Probably is, yeah. I just haven't found any anomalies. Anytime I went near like a weird anomaly thing and I pulled out the little beeper, just nothing happened. Didn't know what I was doing. Just lost in the sauce. Where the fuck did you come from? The fuck was that? I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to Call of Pripyat, and I do feel like I'm kinda blasting my way through this one a little bit, just to sort of get to it. Not that I dislike this one, but I feel like the only thing that this one has really going over Call of Chernobyl is like the visuals. The faction system is kind of okay, but doesn't really seem to do much bar like I don't even know like what it does, because I mean you can still have people dynamically taking over parts of the map and stuff like without a faction system. What I mean is like a faction system that you can like actively join and stuff. Like it feels like it's just there as like window dressing. Unless there's some element to it that I'm completely unaware of. Maybe. We'll see. I like taking my time with Shadow of Chernobyl on the second run through. What would people consider the best stalker? Call of Pripyat or Shadow of Chernobyl? Hello.
Good to see you. The exit from Limansk is very close, but we need to stay alert and proceed with caution.
Come on, you. Keep up or become bloodsucker food. Speed up!
Call of Pripyat for gameplay, Shadow of Chernobyl for size of map, probably. Okay. Interesting. Ow. COP's locations are much more unique despite being smaller. So yeah, I feel like I might enjoy that quite a bit. That little... I wish I could put the scope on this, but... Oh, that's right, you need the real mount.
Those bastards have put up a fence and even got power running through it. The town has no electricity supply. That means there must be a generator around here somewhere. Supply that fence with power. Cables lead into the building to the right. Merc, we'll distract the sniper so you can get inside the Institute building and shut down that generator.
Wait, into this building? That looks more like an Institute building to me. Wait, really? I had to go in there just so I could get around there. I'm not supposed to go through there, am I? I miss a way in here? This looks like how I would get in, but... Get my stamina back up in case I need to sprint. I dropped some of these. Oh fuck it, let's try going through here, see what happens. Okay, yeah, so that's electrifying the water, okay. Roger Dodger. Oh, weather's completely different now. So, I clearly need to get up there and like sneak along there. Ah. Let's get some stamina back. Dude, just give me the shimmy. Ow. Go, 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 go. What the? He crawling under the thing. Or conveniently placed explosive barrel right there.
Great. The power to the vents has been cut. Advance. Good job. The main squad is ready to move to Limansk. Advance squad. Your objective is to find the entrance to the Pripyat underground. The entrance is at the old hospital on the edge of Limansk. The coordinates are on your PDA.
Alright. I got an armor reward for getting to Limansk? I think so.
Thank God some of them responded. Listen, there's a sniper and a machine gunner on the other side of the hall. We can't even make a move. We will try to take them out. Another one lost his cool. Mark, help us to take out that sniper before we all die here. We'll distract the machine gunner so you can make our
No, I don't recall getting any armor as a reward for anything or needing to talk to anyone for any armors.
He's trying to get through. Stop him. MG is covering the ground floor. Stay in until I give the order. On my command.
Just who even shot me there? That guy. Oh, he said go, he said go, he said go, he said go. Bitch. Oh, took him down with me. There was a really annoying part earlier in the game where you just have all your money taken from you. I would have bought any armor probably at this point, but yeah, there was just a moment in the game where it was like, we will not take your money, and you just couldn't get it back. Oh, we're back here. But I hit a quick save further up. See, my issue with, especially with like quest rewards in this game, is that a lot of the time you'll do something for someone, and then they'll be like, ah yes, just head back to our command to get the reward, and the command is on like the other side of the fucking planet. Just coming from the other one where it's just like, oh yeah, here's your reward. I just feel like that's just such a step backwards. Shoot him in the ace. What are these lads doing? I'm just chilling. Ow, ow, ow. I mean, I can certainly see that issue, for sure. Got him. from... That just blow himself up. I looked away from my screen for a second and I just seen a gun flying as an explosion. Phew.
MG is down. The way is clear.
Is it? Oh. Can't believe I didn't hit a quick save after that. It's impossible! The realistic damages mod combined with my shit armor. Yeah, no worries. Good luck at work. What are these lads doing? Come on. Get schmoovin'. Yeah, I dropped on. Shot in the back last time. So what was that about? Really too sure. Not that way, I guess. Definitely not that way.
Go on, we'll hold the enemy.
Oh. Ow. How the fuck can you see me? Helicopter boss fight? No, how's that man not staggering from any of those bullets? A helicopter's fucking little bitch though. Ow. I might not play on master difficulty for the next one. Just because by the end it usually turns into this. Although, on Call of Pripyat I won't have the realistic damages mod, so... maybe it'll work out better. You know, let's just make a run. Not sure on where I'm trying to go right now. I gotta make a jump over there. Let's get some stamina. Man, fuck this place. I have to survive in here for a minute? Is that what that's telling me?
Hold on, we're on our way.
I'm gonna hide in here if that's the case.
Well done, man. You did it. Now they're going down. Block the passageways so they can't bring in reinforcements. That's one. One more remaining. Move out.
Just did not hurt them or phase them. Ow. I thought it was safe. Oh, there's... what? When? When was there a guy right next to me? The fuck is that shit?
There goes the second one. Both approaches cut off. Pedro, take out the pillbox downstairs. Base, we're at the entrance to the catacombs. What now? Great. Get in position and hold the entrance to the catacombs. The main squad is on its way. Roger that. We're on it. Merc, we'll hold the monolithians while you go down in...
The monolithians.
Glad to see you, man. We've done the impossible. We fought our way into the very center of the zone, to the power plant, and mostly... Petrenko, get a scan of Strelak's PDA frequency.
Commander, Strelok is very close. Lebedev, this is the recon squad. We got a visual on Strelok. Merc, climb onto the heat pipeline and intercept Strelak. We'll cover you from the ground. Merc, here's an electromagnetic gun prototype. It will let you disable Strelak's side protection and help stop him. Without protection, Strelak won't last long under the emission. Even our own suits can barely neutralize the field. Get up close to Strelak and cut off his side protection.
Some shots do something and some don't. Ow. Every other shot does damage.
Turret side protection is down to almost zero. Just a bit more, Merc, and it'll be completely disabled. Turret side protection has been disabled. That ought to stop you. Now we just wait and see what happens. No other reading. Any drop in the level of anomalous activity? Yeah, I didn't expect anything like this. Anomalous activity is through the roof. It's all we're supposed to do now. My head's about to explode.
Oh, and I'm gonna be another one of the bodies in the fucking corpse truck, right? Am I done? Is this like the after credits, like, do your own thing? Guess I'll head to the exit. Guess I'm out. Just a random ass clear sky member. Hey guys, trust me, you don't want to go in there.
What's up, Stalker?
Yeah, I guess I'm done. Bit of a weird end there, but, yeah. Clear Sky was just... It was alright. More of the same. Only 8 hours. Damn. Way shorter, although I was kind of rushing it. I just didn't really care so much for the side stuff in that at all. Mainly because, like, the exploration part of the game was kind of already done for me, because I'm retreading former areas from Shadow of Chernobyl. Yeah, it was alright. The mods kept it fun. I could not imagine playing through that game with the default, like, gun systems in place. That'll be a rough one. But overall, pretty good game. Just realized I haven't uninstalled those. Get out of here. So I suppose the last one, Call of Pripyat. Played this one for 24 minutes. Very long time ago. I vaguely remember getting shot by a helicopter at the very beginning, and that was it. Might start it now. Just thinking if I want to play Pathfinder or start the next Stalker. Put some music on, I suppose. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
People stumble down the stairs. Let's get this party started, yo. The band are in the corner of the floor. Their songs they're pretty kick-ass. We're dancing like we've never danced before. The music's loud, the kids are so young. All over the world, they wanna have fun. The music is so loud, it drowns out the top. All over the world, give us more rock. The music is loud, the night is so young. All over the world, we wanna have fun. The music gets louder, please don't call the cops. All over the world, we just wanna rock. The kitchen scene is damp and sticky. They're lined up at the keg of PBR. We're yelling conversations. Through the floor you'll hear the keyboards and guitar. I'm getting kind of antsy. I just came up here to get some air. This isn't where the music's at. I guess I'm going back down there. The music is loud, the kids are so young. All over the world, they wanna have fun. The music is so loud, it drowns out the top. All over the world, just give us more rock. The music is loud, the night is so young. All over the world, we wanna have fun. The music gets louder, please don't call the cops. All over the world, we just wanna rock. The basement scene is hot and sweaty. Bodies packed from wall to wall. The band are tearing through their set. The encore is the best of all. Let's keep this party going, yo. We've got nowhere else to be. Someone yells, let's talk more rock. Let's talk more rock. Mostly unironically. The music is loud, the kids are so young. All over the world, they wanna have fun. The music is so loud, it drowns out the top. All over the world, just give us more rock. The music is loud, the night is so young. All over the world, we wanna have fun. The music gets louder, please don't call the cops. All over the world, we just wanna rock.
What am I? Yeah, I think I want to play a bit of Pathfinder. Yeah. I feel like I'll just get burnt out like immediately if I start Metro again, so. Alright. So I've just reached the second act of the game, or like the second act is about to start. I've got some level ups to do. Roll twice and take the worst result. That's pretty funny. What's his mythic thing gonna be? Increase number of spells? I mean, it's a really solid one. Just not to get anything new. It's funny. Prayer. That seems really good. With this key power can send one punch from his key pool as a standard action to grant himself tough skin. The effect grants a +2 enhancement bonus to the month's existing natural armor bonus to AC. It's 3 caster levels about 3rd. Knee shot. When making a full attack with a bow, your first attack fires 2 arrows. If the attack hits, both arrows hit. Apply precision based damage such as sneak attack and critical hit damage only once for this attack. Interesting. The character's number of attacks per round has increased. The base attack bonus. So is there any way I can see that? Here. Okay, so we can get rid of the disease now. Handy old business stat.
Let's move.
Oh, this is my chest. Nice. Spare me some time after the formalities. Leotir Hawkblade, Nura, Social, and the Queen. It's a bloody Queen, innit?
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds.
Turn the audio up a little bit.
I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation.
That would be pretty huge.
A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziul Bainik.
Interesting. He knows the human, the young halfling woman sitting next to her.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
Okay.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, when we met the Defenders, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the New Crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the Crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Pretty sick title. Some questions about my missions to mission to retake Dresden.
Of course, I shall answer.
How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden?
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Yeah, Staunton Vale unfortunately gave us up.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
Knights are a collection of knightly orders with a unique focus on promulgation of law. Social good and charity and the foundation stringent maintenance of order of all costs. If people cannot be trusted to obey the law out of their own sense of civility and social righteousness, Hell Knights provide the need to obey out of fear. Okay. Stand with life discretion humiliation. Life finally broke him. Sad, but not surprising. Could have exiled him, let him go wherever he wanted. That way he'd never change his life for the better. It was a tough choice, I understand.
Thank you for your support. The longer you live, the more things you do, and the more criticism you endure. Today, many blame me for all manner of reasons, and few try to understand my actions. Your words warm my soul.
Forces are at my disposal.
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
It's been decades and no one managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly, before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
What Lantern Girls, do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz, and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the Abyss. Wonderful.
You know, the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Canobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. In any case, I am glad you did not allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control over the wardstone in Canopris. We might have lost one of the wardstones, but the chain is still standing.
She don't receive an unusual gift in the case of anything else. In a vision I saw the death of the angel called Lariel. Somehow he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the World Wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel, even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
And what are you gonna do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Campaigns the Holy Crusade and the Blessing of Amy. I was gonna say, like, how old is she? If she remembered the fall of Dresden, which was 70 years ago, but she's definitely not looking 70. But apparently Iomade just prolongs her life.
I hear a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign. I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev.
Fair enough.
But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito.
From one extreme to the other.
Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
The task is clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
Oh.
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
Well, it looks like he's coming along after all.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him his chance to serve the common cause.
I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post. But I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
Oh. Kicking it in. Anivia, what are you doing here? Stronger? More dangerous. I have a gut instinct about these things. If I didn't, I'd already be dead. You're dangerous, Commander, and by Desna, I hope you're ready. You'll be dangerous to your enemies, not to us or yourself. A little hint that I could just become incredibly evil if I want. Alright, so there's a couple of lads I need to talk to.
March on.
Hawkblade. How's it in your new title, and thank you for your time in advance. I am Leotor Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomade, Bringer of Light. I require your sense in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Count Darian Arende. What brings you here? Ask you to assist search and investigate almost importance. I understand that later the Crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps I'll explain why I'm calling upon you. His feelings, he frowns and looks through you. Lost thoughts for a moment. I suppose that you have already heard about Count Arende's story. Refer to the tragedy of heaven. Yes. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? I shall have reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened, you see. I was among those sent to examine this after incident. I saw everything with my own eyes and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah, I've already seen this estate several times. What do you expect to find now? Did you question Darren himself? I did, but the Count insisted he couldn't remember anything. He is to blame for the tragedy? Question mark? fine, I'll help you. What do you need me to do? Yeah, tell me more about yourself. Okay. Oh, you want to play like Holrun's followers? Yes, of course. What is your opinion on his atrocities? Have to go. Helor. Is that the gnome I needed to talk to? No. I thought this was just going to be his flavor text when he first talks to you. Influential crusaders did you say it from the Sprinter of Nightmares? Anthoclitus? Some of the names in this take me like fucking 7 tries to get. Okay. Mysterious elf. What the? I think I know who that was. You don't like go hunting for this. Who is what you want? Hmm. Interesting. Nice. The people like me. Straight to business. Oh, I missed some loot. Ah, social.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Hovering on the canvas without touching it, instead of painting, young man absentmindedly gazes at the sky of Canabras, which is still streaked with towering plumes of black smoke. Finally, he notices you and smiles, shaking up his stupor.
It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign.
Jesus, how could you possibly be of use to my army? What the fuck? What are you painting? Eyes linger mournfully on the canvas. The unfinished painting depicts a temple crowned with a rainbow-tailed bird, the symbol of Shilin, goddess of art, beauty, love, and music. Okay. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple. Men, women, young and old. They all gaze back to radiant happiness and joy in their serene eyes.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help, and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on her way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabras, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
Hope you last longer than your brethren when the real battle begins. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I will never forget that I owe them my life. Every minute of it, every breath that I take, is a gift they gave me. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
What made an artist enlist in the army?
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
Don't really when I ask this one, it's like, seems like such an asshole thing to say, but fuck it, here are you, and I give possibly used to me.
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the eternal rose and the goddess of beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy. I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
You want to discuss something with me, right?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabras behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort. I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
Nice meeting you. I have to go.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Nice. Talk to Day around and see what he thinks. There you are. How do you like your new role, advisor? That's what I pick with that stick, don't you imagine it? Me, a crusader, my dearest cousin, hoped to teach me a lesson. She managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face. This idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's maws. Could have been on a pleasure boat right now with the loveliest songstress in Pitax. The finest Cunan wine to keep us company. We also receive a fraction of that unusual power. Oh, they're talking about my mythic powers. Looks like I genuinely hope that getting away from you would be the end of it. If your gift truly did come from Iomade, then giving me a smidgen of that power is a very subtle joke on her part. I had no idea that our divine lawbringer of Mendev even had a sense of humor.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
Another stream, another sub notification. KEKW.
KEKW. Another stream, another notification. Let's go, brother. Thank you very much for the 27 months. That's a poggers. Hi, Mr. Red Eyes dash Karma. I've been hijacked. Oh my god. I swear every time Mystic comes into the chat, I have no idea who it is. Is it Karma? Is it Mystic? Who knows? I could be getting gaslit at any moment. But also, hello, Karma. Pathfinding is going very well. A lot of reading text, but it's good text. Oh, did Heaven's Agency there? No, stay someday. If we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge, not far from here, and glad to enjoy a banquet and Butterfly Haunted House. You have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior, and I'm your advisor, I'm obligated to ask your permission to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Let's continue this discussion after the battle for Dresden. If you want to celebrate the triumph, we'll have to make that. Alright, deal. Perfect, you'll have a ball, I'll make sure of it. People say that you're deliberately trying Queen Galfrey's patience. Is that true? Does it even matter? All of Mendevian high society has declared war on me. They either despise me or are trying to steer me back on the right path, and I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess in Canabris will bring. I shall either commission a song about the great Canabris fiasco from a certain talented bard, or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order. A batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week, and they will be in every shop in the capital. This guy just, like, has no filter. Just says whatever the fuck he wants. Let's make sure it's really 0 things to drink as well. Kids are gonna love it. So be it from now on, you're my muse. The chaotic path is fun. I guess I'll go and talk to all the companions. They seem to have stuff to say now.
Hello. So, what do you reckon about everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new power?
It's a little overwhelming. There's a lot going on.
Don't be sad. Look at me. I'm sitting here worrying over my troubles, but you have it much worse than all of us put together. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen? By Iomade herself? You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know? I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me. Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. But spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
Understandable. Let's see, we'll talk to the other peoples. I think Camillea's in here. Warn Autumn Haze. That's the... Oh shit, I need to warn him. Oh my commander, you've caused quite a stir. Everyone thought Cannabis was done for, but the gods had other plans. There's quite a blaze over the Great Garrison, all the vermin running out with their tails between their legs. Oh, this is the scroll seller guy in the Lion's Heart, or whatever the fuck it was called. Visali Rathamus, former rector of the Cannabis Temple of Abadar. How'd you end up on the battlefield? Bureaucracy. When the old rector of the Cannabis Temple died, may Abadar rest his soul, the church required a replacement. Volunteered and served for 30 years without incident. I prayed, organized festivals and funerals, bought candles, sanctified water. Boring, mundane things that make up daily routine of civilized society. But then civilized society failed and it was time to go to war. Praise Abadar, who led me through the ruins of the Defender's Heart. That's the one. Who's the boy with you? This one? Kayado the Shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy and his faith is strong. He serves Eris still, though. There's still something he can learn from the old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric. And help can I expect? First, if you need a scroll with a divine spell, I have a lot of them. Something for every emergency. Second, while you're in camp, I can read any scroll for you, guaranteed no surprises. And you better not leave the camp without a cleric. I won't be going with you, so you'll need someone else who can read scrolls. Welcome back, Fanlo. Yes, I did indeed finish Clear Sky. So the final cutscene was like, we're the ones that sent Strelic on the... Or that caused Strelic to become, like, brainwashed. By the AI. I forget what it's called. The C something.
Let us be off.
Anyone in the chapel tent? Sea consciousness, that's the one. I didn't know if there was anything to do after that, but I was just kind of standing, like, you know, outside. Like, sort of where you shoot Strelic and all that. Most of the Clear Sky guys become Monolith. That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know if there was anything to do after that, because I think the mod made it so you could continue playing. But, yeah, thanks to that, once I seen that cutscene, that was it. There wasn't anything else. Not like Shadow of Chernobyl. And the game, you can just go say so. But I mean, there was no alternate ending or separate cutscene. It felt like Clear Sky had a pretty solid ending it wanted to tell. Rebeth. I'm going to say something. Before you, this wasn't a war. It was agony drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that if anybody found Anivio's body, some miracle survived. And that miracle was you. Nah, I went in because it needs to tie into the Shadow Shrine. Yeah, that's what I figured. You returned my beloved to me when I nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Grey Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that. Queen believes in your powers too, but for me, they're just more proof that, of what I felt the day when I saw Anivia alive. Standing next to you, you're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to the terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us to the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. Oh yeah, I found the scabbard of her family name in the Grey Garrison. The scabbard held the solemn art, my family sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Anivia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help his family. Hope to redeem the Solemar eventually, but there's never enough money. Soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. No idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Yeah. Our parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them the title of or a coat of arms. Still, however humble our name may be, it is worth something. I don't know if we'll ever see Solomar again, but at least I have the scabbard back. Thank you. We need reinforcements. Can you get us more soldiers? When we began the march to Dresden, we chose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, they simply won't arrive in time. We could pay mages to deliver the troops to the camp, except I doubt our army's coffers could afford it. If you can spare 7,500 coins, I will see to our reinforcements. Well, I have plenty of money, so get it done. So, just to catch up to what's been happening in this game. The game begins with our character being brought in after being attacked by demons outside of a city. During a big festival. And during that festival, a large demon attack on the city happens. By, like, one of the big demon lords. Like, one of the fucking, like, super high up demons. Like, strong as fuck. Like, oh shit, it's the end of the fucking world. And he kills, a dragon who's, like, a defender of the city. And, like, everyone's like, oh, fuck. And then through some circumstances, our character gains holy powers, or they can be unholy powers if you want. This game has a lot of fucking choice. You can be evil. You can be evil as fuck in this game. Like, some of the choices I've been given just are straight up horrible. And the game lets you properly, like, integrate that into the story, too. It's not just, like, every now and then you can be like, ah, yes, I think I'll kill this innocent person because I feel evil. No, it's like you can proper... Like, at the end of the first act, you get a choice of how to deal with, like, a certain thing. And there's, like, the good one. Oh, there was, like, 5. There was, like, the good one, the lawful one, the chaotic one, the evil one, and the demonic one. There's just so many different ones you could do. And it was a huge choice, too. Basically, you have to find this, at the end of the first act, you find a thing called the Ward Stone, which is like this big stone that stops, like, demonic corruption and all this business. The demons are trying to destroy it, you fix it, or do one of the choices, blah, 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 and then after it, you save the city because you've done this. And now we're on the 5th crusade against the demons, and I am the Knight Commander of the 5th crusade. Hard to believe your origin is so humble, you're never able to tell them when you inherit them. Thank you, Commander, as long as I hear that, especially from you. Even noble families begin somewhere, you must have heard the recent story of the Stolen Lads. This is actually the first game. This is Pathfinder Kingmaker. Just imagine coming from nowhere, making it all the way to the Royal Crown in just a few years. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I managed to distinguish myself somehow, but then I push away such unworthy selfish thoughts, of course. We don't fight for rewards, the fate of the world is at stake, and yet... to go. It's time with the monkey. Amber, what do you have to say? Oh yeah, at the end of the first act as well, you get put on a mythic path, which is like you're now imbued with like godly powers, and you choose from a very large list of like abilities, and all of your companions get to choose from some of those abilities as well. Not quite as powerful as the ones you get to choose, but they get some as well, because they were like around you during your godly awakening, I guess. How are you handling your new abilities? What are you talking about? Oh, the chicks in the big grey house blew up. They're funny. Thanks for teaching them to me. Amber's like one of the most like... She's such an interesting character. You can give me the title of Knight Commander and put me in charge of an army. What do you think about that? Don't believe titles. All of us in the world are children of the street. Barefoot, hungry, scared, a step away from death. Some imagine they're strong and rich like gods, but don't forget who they really are behind the title. I don't need you in my party. Go away. Let's get out of here. A rip-off of Divinity and the Godwoken. Kind of, except in this game you can just be an atheist and be like, fuck you gods. Or use your incredible godly powers to just become insanely evil. Like, you can kind of do that in Divinity, but it's very clear that Divinity kind of pushes you down the path of, like, using it for the better of the world, where I feel like in this game, if I really wanted to, I could just say, like, you know, fuck the planet. Glad to know. I need you for an experiment. Oh, Jesus Christ. So the Grey Garrison stands ruthless. Demons are running from the hills with their tails between their legs. Mendes Queen, what's her name, is on the tip of my IS. Galfrey is scurrying to and fro, and all this is somehow connected to you, my loyal follower. Thus far, there is no scientific evidence for your exceptionality. If one discounts blind faith and divine intervention, which I do, we people of science refuse to believe in the inexplicable without any proof. We're the ones who explain the inexplicable. Therefore, open your mouth and say, ah. Use your mouth, practice lie. Alright, your throat's fine. Tongue looks perfectly normal. Your breath smells in line with the regular functioning of the digestive system. Now for your teeth, no detectable alterations. By the way, did you know that many individuals, while being wholly civilized representatives of their race, still have an amazingly powerful bite? So something reclines to Neo promptly pulls her hand out of your mouth. Are you really trying to find a correlation between fang length and civility? Someone got some on theirs, I can bite pretty hard too. Yeah. The good of science, I look for correlations everywhere and in everything. How can you prove there's no correlation if you don't bother to look for one? Someone gets some on theirs, I can bite pretty hard too. I must test this someday, but not today. We're conducting an experiment of a different kind. Ears, let's check your hearing. Testing. She observes your reaction. Your hearing is fine. Was fine. But don't worry, scientifically proven it should return to normal soon. Eyes are clear, posture is satisfactory, limb length is standard, no lice. She stops, rubs her chin in contemplation, and slight dejected tone says, boy, you're the picture of health. It's a pity, I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, let's assess your mental state. Imagine a hypothetical situation. You're a tree. Two squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are copulating there. What do? I'll do precisely nothing because I am a tree. An unconscious act of withdrawal along with a lack of trust in your own abilities, or perhaps just a healthy dose of pragmatism. On to the next question. Another hypothetical situation. You're a tomato. You have been picked from the vegetable patch and put into your crate. You know that today the cook will use half of the tomatoes from your crate to make a soup. There's nothing I can do. I'm a tomato. There's nothing I can do. I'm a tomato. An unconscious act of withdrawal, inability of willingness to see something bigger behind something small. Alright, I understand. Nenyo is great. She's a great character. Her, when you first meet Nenyo, it's during, like, you're in the city of Canabras, which is under a demon invasion. Like, it's all fucked up, you know, there's people who've become cultists and just given themselves over to the demons, like, instantly, because the attack was just that brutal. They thought they were just lost. And, she decides to conduct an experiment in which she dresses up as a cultist, and, sort of infiltrates some cultist groups and starts asking them questions about like their new god, like their new demon overlord, and like none of the cultists can answer any questions about them. They're like, what's his favorite weapon? Like, what's the color of his banner? And like all this shit, and they're just like, I have no idea. And then she just starts calling them fucking idiots. She's like, yes, cultists, very dumb. And for your participation. One of these days I will solve you completely, unless I forget. Horse. Lan. Think what happened in the Grey Garrison? Do you feel changing yourself? It's hard to know. It's hard not to notice when the demons start running away from you, a flock of frightened bats. Powers granted by Iomade to defeat demons. Raises his hand above his head and pensively scratches behind his single horn. Since I was a kid, I've taken whatever I've been given and used it as best I can. Anything goes when you're trying to survive. It doesn't matter where your blessings come from. We can think about that when we're old, if we live that long. But you know, this time I'm not so sure. Divine power just appears out of nowhere. Sooner or later we'll have to pay for it. I'd like to know what the price will be. Interesting thought. Jana Aldori. Yeah, it's these lads. Oh, Camilla, you're here now. Greetings. Shira Horgus' daughter. It's my most terrible secret. Father cares so much about the Gwyrm name that he raised me in our mansion, hiding me away from the whole world. I'll always be grateful to my father for everything he's done for me, even if men of society disapproves of some of his decisions. Be instant of me to beg for your discretion regarding that. You know about us. Let's keep this our little secret. I assure my father and I appreciate loyalty and decency for both myself and my father. Thank you for your understanding. What do you think of the powers you received? You of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I receive from you are useful. I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. What you, Woljif? What do you think of my new powers? Pause to think, Romy's chin. You mean what you did back there? I have a few ideas. We could send you to a Pitax underground arena to fight, give you a scary name like Swift Sting or something like that, give you a great cover story, enemies burn down your house and you're avenging your dead family. Public eats that stuff up. You wear a shiny, eye-catching outfit, or a black one, if you like black better. We'll split the prize money 60-40, 60 for me, of course. You know, arranging fights isn't easy. Those people are tough, I'll be taking more risk than you. And after we get on Pitax, we'll tour different cities, make some real money. You like the sound of it? Do you have any other suggestions? It says, yellow eyes light up. I got one more. Have you heard of Razmaran? No. Some land in the River Kingdoms ruled by King Razmir. A friend of mine used to live in Razmaran. He got out of there as fast as he could. Long story short, King Razmir of theirs is a god. He keeps the people under his heel. Well terrified of what he might do, he sits on the throne wearing some white mask, giving power to anyone. Come and take power from me, he says, so long as you believe in me. But that friend of mine, the one who fled, has a half-sister on his old man's side, who's a cook in the castle, and a washerwoman, who the cook plays cards with in the evening, told her a juicy rumor. Word is, Razmir isn't a real god at all, and he's got no powers, so here's my point. You do have powers, pretty scary ones too. We'll find some shabby little kingdom, I'll start some rumors, you'll show off a few tricks on my locals, and that's it. We'll make you a deity. But first I want you to put into writing that I'll be your chief advisor. I'm not doing anything just for the nod. Or just on the nod. I've been there. People promise you mountains of gold, and then when it comes to it, they're all, get lost, or I'll set the dogs on you. So do you like the idea? You should be punished for your heretical thoughts. It's a great idea. We'll get to work on that just as soon as we're out of this mess. Gonna make you such a legend, you'll love it. A survivor in Canabras becomes a god. We'll make a cult that'll put Iomi days to shame. In the meantime, you can think about what you want on your coins. And my insurance, don't forget to write the declaration making me your chief advisor. Like Woljif. Oops.
March on.
Cool. Is someone I need to talk to? No. Okay, I think I've spoken to everyone. Actually, have I gone in here? Ah, Nura, there you are. Exactly. Hi, Commander, how can I help? There's much I can do. Just ask. I heard about the wound I have the once in my chest. Can you perhaps tell me some kind of demonic curse? Yes, indeed. I've been told of your affliction. Can you will the wound to open? No, that's a shame. What can you tell me about this wound? I know of blades that leave never-healing cuts, of poisons that stop wounds from healing. I've heard of witches' curses that are rewarded with eternal wounds, but wounds that seem to reopen and heal over time. Perhaps you know of other cases like this? 4671, a Mandavian army corporal had all his bones and cartilage turned to glass. Okay, that's okay. 4700, scribe Canabras had all her skin simply come away like she'd been boiled. And in 4638, oh, you don't happen to have insects crawling over your locust, right? Too bad. Do you think it's dangerous? It most likely is dangerous, but you're under the protection of Iomide, Commander. She granted you mythical power, and as they say, surely the Inheritor would not leave you to this to face this alone. Have you perhaps noticed that the wind opens at moments when you waver in faith? Perhaps it's triggered by any doubt. Thank you for your answers. Where are you from? Izgir. Small piece of land that proudly calls itself a country, though it hasn't been independent for a single day in all the centuries it's existed. National pride, but it's all borrowed. Always looking to the great day when they can at least be free from the rule of Chiliacs. Now, how'd you come to serve the Queen? Retreat so I could tell the world of his great deeds. Interesting. I was just remembered to write it too. Read a book about microsuit? Since we finished off the demons, I got right to it. You worship any deity? Ever since then, I don't like temples. Oh, field of perception check. Interesting. I'm not a big fan of temples in person myself. Worshipping a deity is like choosing to become a slave. I don't agree with that. I probably shouldn't say that to the person who was literally a slave. Thank you for your answers. That's my money situation. Money is still really good even after spending all that.
Onwards.
Let's sell some shit. Don't need any of that. Well, I think it's about time we headed out on our first mission. As Knight Commander.
Let us be off.
Who do we want to bring? Oh, you're a recruit now, eh? Right, let's bump you out and put you in, because you're like the same class. Demons, demons, demons. So we're making our way to Dresden. Crusade starting out. You can now control armies on the global map. So this is the fucking the crazy shit of this one. Enemy armies differ in their strength, which is displayed as a number next to the army's name. By hovering over the enemy army, you can learn more about its composition and the reward it is guarding. In Army Command Mode, you can select armies by either using the panel on the left or clicking the figures on the map. So this is party, and this is army. So we currently have 100 footmen. Oh, he has a mythic level up. You can use abilities of your domains as a swift action. Okay. Basically means any abilities he has that are specifically relevant to his god, he can do them for free. Every turn. So there's the cemetery where he wants to go. Sailor wants to go there. That's a pretty big one there. Sizable. Be interesting to see how all this is gonna work. Going back isn't gonna be a thing, I think. Morale, okay. Crusade morale affects recruitment growth, resource income, and the morale of the Crusader armies. Each point of morale above 0 increases the growth of the trainable units and the resource income by 1%. Each point of morale below 0 reduces the growth of units and reduces income by 1%. Each victory over a demon army adds 4 days to the time of the banner victory stays green. Each victory over a demon army on the road to Dresden Adds 10 days to the time of the banner. Okay. So let's do this. So I can't actually head there. Oh, now we're getting like Pathfinder. Or like Kingmaker, where you probably have to find your own way through these places. So yeah, let's go to the cemetery. Islands towards the grave and clumsily throws a handful of soil. High on fair, they were also young, had their whole lives ahead of them and sacrificed themselves. No cripple like me still lives. Have more of their face behind, bit in tears. There's nothing left to remember, nothing. Cecil throws a handful of soil into the grave in front of him. He takes a breath and prepares to speak, but it seems like he simply cannot find the right words. The cleric wipes his tears-filled eyes, gathers his resolve and says in a gentle voice, "Wish you a warm welcome in Shaylin's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We'll banish this ugliness and evil, make the world richer, and let peace blossom in it. Make sure anything like this he breaks into a mid-sentence and falls silent without finishing this thing." Chaotic. How long will this take? I'm sick of ceremonies. They're dead. What's the big deal? Fought honorably and remained steadfast to your duty and to your pledge. There's no grief to hear you, but the other mourners aggressively raise their fists into the air, inspired by your words. Hell yeah. Elven woman shrieks in horror, disrupting the atmosphere of silent mourning. Her trembling hand points at something moving inside a grave. Suddenly a corpse climbs out of the ground, wafting a horrible sense of a rotting body. It's a zombie. Run! Oh shit. Frickin' zombies.
Save the last one for me.
What are your abilities, my good man? So you're using a two-handed weapon. Interesting, interesting. And I can't unequip this. You're just a proper cleric. Okay, protection from evil, unbreakable heart. Interesting. I don't know if I like swapping him out. So many spells? Yeah, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot. That's not even all of them, by the way. This is only the ones that he can learn. Don't know why it's like bugging out right now. I'm not showing them. Oh, here we go. So these are all the... So she... What is she? She's a wizard. So these are all the wizard spells you can learn. Just for each of the different things. And it goes up to like level 9 and 10 and shit. Or whatever the star is. And then there's different spells that he can learn that no one else can learn. There's so much shit. There's so much shit. There's like 23 classes in this game. And each one of those classes has like 5 or 6 subclasses. And then there's like 8... prestige classes, which are like you need to choose 2, because you can dual class as well. Like you can choose 2 different classes at the same time, and if you choose certain dual classes, then you can make those into a prestige class. They sort of meld into one again. Also, the game has real time with pause combat and also turn-based mode, which you can toggle on and off. Seems very D&D. Pathfinder is a spin-off of D&D. Basically, I can't remember what D&D it was. It might have been like 3rd edition or something. Basically, some lads decided, you know what? We like D&D. There's a few things we want to do differently. And they made their own thing. zombie.
I'll cut you wide open.
We will be victorious.
Oh, these guys technically weren't in the fight yet. That's funny. They just restarted the fight.
The inheritor.
The spirits demand your blood.
Begone, fiend!
Man, this is nasty. And they're gonna watch A Touch of Cloth in a bit, if you want to watch. What's Touch of Cloth? I remember that name. What is that? Oh, it's that, yeah. There's a few clips from that Dan's put in, right? Yeah, I'd probably be up for watching that. I've been streaming for like 8 hours. Zombie Lord. Okay. Ooh, damage on dead. This will be good. Huge AoE. Just grab them first, take your time out. Sweet. Sounds good. Jesus Christ, there's so many zombies. We're gonna need some help. Summon the Skelly boys.
No glory without risk. The light take you.
Do a mass heal. Everything's going fine right now. Nice. It's Twisted Mockery. Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? Benson recovers something from the ground. Take a look at this. Celestial hands off a black onyx gem to you. Once precious, this stone is now covered in cracks, falling apart in the grip as you examine the engraved Minotaur's head, the unholy symbol of Baphomet. The cleric's voice, perplexed at first, fills with rage as he speaks. Cultists, simply murdering my friends was not enough for them. Now they had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. I'm sorry you had to go through this. I understand why the Inquisitive Canabras became so paranoid. Times people fled the undead without knowing they had a traitor among them. Wherever they are, they're in great danger. We must find them. Absolutely. But first, loot. Ah, they don't have any loot. There's zombies. What loot do they have?
Let's move.
No time for debate.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You are today's sacrifice. To accept their statement. I'll remove this obstacle.
Into the fray.
I will bring down the divine wrath. You've crossed the wrong mark.
You're irrelevant.
Ooh, this could be what I want to do here. Dark Gravel and Small Pebble fills an area, dealing 2.2 pleasant damage to every creature in the area. This damage only occurs once when the spell is cast, so the remaining duration of the spell is debris covers the ground, making the entire area difficult terrain. Haste might be good here. No, does it affect everyone? All allies. Okay. You don't have any potions on here. Have you just got a heal?
Rely on me.
That's the kind of shit one about him. He doesn't really have any just individual healing, it seems. Damn.
No time for debate.
Skeletal champion archer. That is interesting. Lan, you fuck him up. Give him a little bit of true strike.
This is not my time yet.
Lan is just being bodied. Holy fuck. These guys are insane shots. Just don't miss. Okay, everyone together.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Should do for now.
Follow me.
Oh, he's run ahead for some reason.
March on.
All you have to do is die in the name of Baphomet. Have faith, you can do it. That's not good. He doesn't have channel damage on dead.
The inheritor.
With all your might.
Wide open.
Endure this.
Mind over muscle.
Alright, we're gonna need to do some business. All creatures then for see, those ones are nasty because you just I assume I'll friendly fire with them. I don't think what we can do to help him because he is going to be very surrounded. Your Your character Social was blinded. A blind creature suffers from several penalties. Oh, blind is not good. I'm pretty sure we have a scroll to get rid of that after, though. Yeah, he's gonna get absolutely fucked up. He decided to run ahead and be a big idiot.
Make every strike count.
Oh, she's gonna cast blind again. That's not good. That blindness missed, I think. Good, good, good.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Necromancer done.
We can do it.
Nice. Oh, Necromancer's not actually dead. I'm gonna talk some shit. I give up. Don't hit me. Young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. Damned rat, how dare you? Suddenly Socio becomes a totally different artist. The artist's delicate hands clench into fists while his voice comes with a menacing roar. He leaps at the Necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag, I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you, shared our table with you, and took you in. Socio ignores the Necromancer's cry for pain, punching him right in the teeth. The Necromancer spits out blood but continues, finding past the wild blows and incredibly bruised and bruised. Your priest is assailant. I've surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Don't listen to him, hit him some more. Do you two know each other? We do. That's Narty, a tailor's apprentice from Canabras. We healed him after he was mauled by a dog, and then he became a frequent visitor of our temple. He listened attentively to our sermons, studied the goddess's teachings, and praised our art. We lined our faces the whole time. When we took you in, when you sat at our table, when we broke bread with you, were you planning to stab us in the back even then? The whole time. Now you understand part of it. Let's dig into the rest. I was hoping to lure you to our side. It wouldn't have been hard. We're everywhere, even inside you. I think you know it too. You're not like all those pious devotees you pretended to be, and maybe you fooled yourself, but we will see who you really are. You have the same demonic rage inside you. It's a pity I never had time to kindle it into devouring flame, but sometimes you just have to resort to a backup plan. Having you die at the hands of your dead friends is such a good idea. It's a pity it didn't work. You want to kill me right now, don't you? But you can't. So loyal to your goddess, you'll have to let me go or commit a sin, so I win either way. Witness the genius of our Lord Baphomet. Telling the truth, religion doesn't allow you to kill him. Yes, the Eternal Rose is known for her grace. He teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It's one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive, you must try to save their soul. To show them the beauty of the world, persuade them to abandon the path of evil. It's difficult, but the world is better for it. I'm just repeating your own sermon back to you. Come on, Socio, try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shaolin for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of your own. Yeah, let's not let Socio lose who he clearly wants to be. Absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's never happened. You're the commander and here's your captives, up for you to decide his fate. Yeah, pretty sure I'm just gonna condemn him to death. Deserves it. Like how he's still blind from the spell he got hit with. Versus attention, terrified townspeople. It's alright, you're all safe now. We should bury the bodies again. It's a place of peace and we must not leave it desecrated like this. The eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. Many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. I wonder, can we go and loot the necromancer? I know he said he'd give us everything he has, but you never know. Nope.
Let us be off.
What's up here, though? Oh, we could have snuck up behind them? That's interesting.
Let's move. The mongrel did it. Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
I am helpful.
Oh, no, we couldn't. This is just an extra little bit of loot, I think. Or is it?
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
How did I get in there? Oh, here.
The mongrel did it.
Oh, but a grave robbing never hurt anyone.
Forget it. Follow me.
Oh, he actually fucked it up. That's the first mobility one I've ever seen him fuck up.
Forget it.
And he fucked up 3 in a row.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Power of the dice roll. It is scary. Right. Remove blindness. What the fuck would that be? Neum. Sickness? No. I don't have one of remove blindness. Is any of his abilities good against that? It's a curse, right? Five-min warning. Okay, I'll save it up there. Save. Alright, boys. Thanks for watching. Man, I fucking love Pathfinder. It's actually so good. Every time I play it, even if I'm only playing for a little bit, I just love all the choices and how, like, all those little things you chose about your character at the beginning. It all just matters all the time, it seems. There was one point that was kind of funny, because you can devote yourself to a god, but you can also choose to be atheist. So I was like, right, I don't know anything about, like, any of these gods, and there's like 50 of them, so I'm just going to choose to be atheist and cut that out there. And, because it only really matters if you devote yourself to a god. If you're like a paladin or someone who really relies on, you know, godly powers. But it was pretty funny because there's a bit where you are fighting a succubus, and one of the things that it tries to do to, like, fuck with you is it tries to pretend to be your god so that it can, like, basically like talk shit about you and, like, condemn your actions to make you feel like, oh no, my god is displeased with me, and, like, you'll try to, you know, obey them, thinking they're your god and stuff. But because my character was an atheist, it was like, I don't believe in any god, so you're a succubus. just seen right through it. It was so funny. It was like, your character's an atheist. You don't know what that feeling is like. I just love little things like that. They know what they're doing when they made this RPG. Alright, boys. Thanks for watching, and I shall catch us on the next one. Goodbye.